This bit is important. I'm an idiot, and that's why I'm on my own. But I'll get into that in a second. We're here to rate and review Bury St Edmunds Driving Test Centre to see if it's a good place to take a driving test. Should you learn to drive here? Should you learn to drive somewhere else? Should you pass a driving test here? Can you pass a driving test here? What's the pass rate if you're a regular to these videos? Get in the comments, you'll be pinned first. First things first, I've got a beef. The facilities here are poor at best, but I'm conflicted because the waiting room's actually really nice. I spoke to a driving instructor called Lorraine, she was lovely. And my beef is that they don't have any toilets. She said that to go to the toilet here, you need to go up to the bus station, which is what I did. But I feel like, on principle, a driving test centre should have a toilet. I've said this 101 times before, so Bury St Edmunds will get a score of 3, and that's generous. I mean, we've got car parking space, we've got waiting rooms, which are nice, we've got everything that we need. We just don't have the facilities for a nervous wee. Which in all honesty is more important than a nice waiting room. I can wait in the car, just give me a toilet. Anyway, let's see if Bury St Edmunds can redeem itself and pick up some more points, because I'm also gonna rate the area, the difficulty, and give you an overall score of how easy it is to pass here. This car park is actually a nightmare. I took about 3 takes trying to get out of that bay because there's so many learners. No hate on learners.
Then turn around when possible.
No hate on learners. Obviously, I'm a driving instructor, so it's kind of like my bread and butter, dealing with learners. But this is a shopping centre car park, and they've plonked the driving test bays here, which means that if you're actually a shopper, you have to contend with 101 different learners every time you go. Also, if you're a learner on your driving test, that's where you start. It's so busy. Out onto the main road, that is quite a mean hill. I've just started my driving test and I've had to contend with a really busy car park. The examiner might have even asked me to do a bay park to start my driving test. Then I have to do a mega hard hill start.
Turn right.
Bury St Edmunds so far, because I'm going to rate the difficulty, it's not giving very easy.
Turn right.
That's confusing. That's not a right turn. This is a continuation of the road. If I've read that right, then I'm not going to signal for that. Remember that the sat-nav is giving you instructions, but they're only guidance and it's not always correct. Bury St Edmunds. Okay, this is why I'm on my own and this is why I'm an idiot. Whenever I do these routes, I always announce on Instagram where I'm going to be, so that if you're from here, you can come and hang out with me and we can do a mock test. Or I enjoy doing the routes on my own, but mock tests are fun with you guys. So I put it on Instagram and said I'm going to Bury.
On the roundabout and take the first exit.
You know where this is going. But
Go
there's
left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
what she said. There's also a Bury in Manchester. Who knew? So I got like 7, more than 5, less than 10 people DM'd me saying, oh, you're coming to Bury. Can I come and hang out with you and do a mock test? Love it. Want to help all of you. But it transpired that all of them were from Manchester, which is not where I am right now. Bury and Bury St Edmunds are a long way away. I'm an idiot. Right, I'm planning ahead. I can see I'm going right on the roundabout.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, then bear right.
Cool. I've moved really early because there was a car close to me that was also moving to the right. This isn't a very busy road. There's 2 things to consider here. Am I going to get undertaken? And how early do I need to position to make it not difficult for me to position later? If I position too late...
Roundabout and take the third exit, then bear right.
Thanks. If I reposition to the right too late, there'll be cars on my right and make it difficult to turn right on the roundabout because I'll be in the wrong lane. If I position too early, I'm in danger of getting undertaken. Which is fine because I am turning right, but just don't position too early. Judge it based on how busy the road is and how far it is to your junction. Isn't this a lovely little street? Difficult though, because now I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. Definite mirror check there before I move across. Now I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, so I need to be careful of meeting situations. If a car comes towards me this way, I need to let them go. Oh, she said turn right again.
Bear right, then
Thank you.
bear right.
Sat-nav's mugging me off today. I'm not gonna signal for this. It would be misleading if I signal, so I'm not turning right, I'm just following the road around. If you're from Bury, what's it like to learn to drive here? What's it like to take a driving test here? Does this sat-nav, thank you, does the sat-nav mess you up like this all over the place? I've never had that many incorrect.
Then take the second left.
I've never had that many incorrect instructions from the sat-nav before. Bear left. This is another continuation of the road. Oh, I actually saw a few driving tests. It's not that they don't use TomToms here. My TomTom is up to date as well. It's just confusing the roads around here. This is ridiculous.
After 100 yards, turn left.
Thanks. The bloody scenery around here is beautiful though. Look at these little old houses. Love Bury. This is why it's so important to take mock tests. If you've never done a mock test or at least driven around a driving test route, you'd never know this. And this would be mega disconcerting if you were on a driving test. If you're on a driving test and the sat nav kept giving you incorrect instructions, that's going to be so off-putting. At least if you've practiced it and done it before, you'll be ready for it. Which is why you should probably take mock tests. And if you don't have a driving instructor to take mock tests with, you've got someone else to go out with, like friends or family, then you can download driving test routes the same place I did. This is a real driving test route from Bury. Bloody hell, I'm going to keep doing that. Bury St Edmunds. But people around here call it Bury anyway.
After 200 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
So if you want to download driving test routes as well, so you can take practice driving tests, I'll put a link in the description. I've got the link up with Joshua from Driving Test Routes UK, so you get a discount because I use his routes for these videos. Let's crack on. I love this place. Do you know this is going to get a high score for area because it looks really nice. Oh, how difficult is this? I can tell a road like this, look at that nice space on the right. An examiner's going to get you to pull up on the right here. This is such a chill, calming area. I've been driving too slowly. If you've been watching,
turn right.
She's going to get annoying. If you've been watching the map in the bottom right corner, I think, in all honesty, I've been driving a little bit too slowly. We are in a 30 zone. We haven't crossed out of a 30 zone. And I don't think I've once hit 30. If this is your driving test, practice this area more so that you can hit the speeds that are appropriate for the road. So for example, this road, I'm at 30 now. That feels safe because the road's wide. I'm going to slow down now because I'm going to get squeezed by the oncoming vehicles. Adapt your speed.
At the end of the road, turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
Adapt your speed to the conditions of the road. So where the hazard level of the road is lower, speed up. Where it's higher, slow down. Oh, swear down.
Turn right.
Oh no, the road markings are just faded. I thought this was another continuation. One thing that Bury doesn't have is good road markings. They could learn a thing or two from Larne, where I went in Northern Ireland.
Right. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
Mirror, signal. I am driving around a very chill residential area. Oh, here, look how the yellow lines stop. This will be a classic place for a pull-up on the left, and you know what they're going to do here. Hill start. On your driving test, the examiner might give you a hill start, and they might give you an angled start. You'll get one or the other, guaranteed. What an angled start is they'll pull you up on the left and get you to drive up closer to a vehicle in front of you. There might be driveways in the way. They'll say, don't worry about parking on the driveways. They'll get you to drive up about 2 or 3 meters away from a parked car, and then get you to set off from a close distance. You'll either have to do that or you'll have to do a hill start, guaranteed. Oh, Bury is nice. Look at this. Chill little country lane. Can't believe it. I wasn't expecting this. Do you know what the weird thing is? When you go to a new place and you have this idea in your head of what it'll be like, and it's not like that at all. I don't know why I thought Bury St Edmunds would be like old, rustic. If you've ever been to Aldershot, I thought Bury St Edmunds would be like Aldershot. Oh my God. Oh, we love this sign. Power. Okay, let's not
500 yards, turn right.
Let's not mess about because we can't go to 60 on this road. I'm at 46, 47 now. The speed limit is never a target. You don't have to drive at the speed limit everywhere. Please don't drive at the speed limit everywhere. You're guaranteed to fail your driving test. Drive at the appropriate speed for the road. 44 miles an hour was perfectly fine. Let's mirror and signal here. Notice that these lines are broken. We are not broken, so we can't cross them. And we can turn straight into that road. No problemo. Still at 60 because we have not passed another sign. Oh, there's one coming up. Let me say that again. If the line around a hatched area is solid, you can't cross it. If the line around a hatched area is broken, you can cross it. The line around that hatched area was solid, so if I'd have moved into the right turn box too early, guaranteed fail on a driving test. Don't make that mistake. Oh, look at this. The old sawmill, North Barn. What a beautiful route. Look at the cathedral. Oh, I like Bury St Edmunds. This is super cool, super chill. What an area. I'm almost tempted to give you an area score already, but I don't want to jump the gun. This might get mean and nasty somehow. I don't know. I can see what's coming up here. National speed limit, let's speed up. We're coming up to around about A14 to Ipswich. Let's slow down for that. Mirror and signal.
Roundabout and take the third exit.
Positioning to the right, she did say third exit. I'm hearing things. And count as we go around. 1, I'm still on the inside because I'm turning right. I'm not gonna rush the roundabout too much, otherwise I won't have thinking space. Here's exit number 2, so I'm gonna check my mirror now.
Take the exit.
Signal left as I pass the last entrance before mine. The last exit before mine, sorry. And then accelerate up. Here we go. So at Bury St Edmunds, we have to do a slip road, dual carriageway ahead. We're joining a dual carriageway. I hope you've practiced this if your test is here. So the 3 things that we have to do here: speed up to the speed of the traffic, indicate, and find a gap in the left lane. When you look in the mirror, it looks like a mishmash of traffic. Just focus on the left lane. So when I say speed up, I sped up to the speed of the vehicle that I'm joining with. Indicate nice and early so people can see it nice and early, and they, if it's busy, will move across for you, and then speed up and then join. Oh, that's not hard. Actually, that wasn't hard. That was a nice long slip road where I can get up to speed. Chill, Bury is great. And also, if you practice for your driving test here, you will be more confident using motorways. You'll be more confident using motorways, you'll be more confident at slip roads because you'll have been through it with a driving instructor. If you've learned at somewhere like Goodmayes, no dual carriageways around, so you'll have never been through this and done it with a driving instructor, so that when you pass your driving test, you're literally just making it up as you go along, unless you take extra motorway lessons. We're leaving at this exit. When you don't take motorway lessons, not everybody, but some people this happens to, you'll do a motorway for the first time. It's really scary. You're dealing with trucks, massive trucks going 60 miles an hour. Obviously we're going 70, the trucks are limited to 60. There's loads of lanes, a hard shoulder, stuff you've never done before. And then it's mega scary. It freaks you out, and then you never go on a motorway again. So then you're not using your driving license to its fullest ability. Where are we going next? Right on the roundabout, so I'm staying in the right lane. Straight away braking.
200 yards, go right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
That's an important tip for if you're coming off a dual carriageway or motorway.
Right on the roundabout and take the 4th exit.
As soon as we're on the slip road, start braking. There's nothing that's going to be coming up ahead 99% of the time that needs you to be at the same speed as what we were just doing before, like a roundabout. What's a sensible speed for a roundabout? Like 1st or 2nd gear, so get your speed down nice and quickly. Let's go right on this roundabout. Ooh, that's lucky. I did this roundabout earlier and it was much busier. 3rd exit again, 1. Count as you go around, just keeps you focused. Then you're not like, oh damn, have I been past 2? Have I been past 3? Where am I going? Not speeding up too fast. Let's just take it nice and chill so we've got loads of thinking time. There's the last exit before mine, so signal left, move over to the left. Okay, cool, nice and easy. Switching down into 2nd gear. Keep the signal on. Couple more mirror checks and speed up into 3rd gear. Cancel the signal. We're off the roundabout. And 30 miles an hour. We can breathe. Wow. Okay, that route, not very easy.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the 2nd exit.
No probs. That route wasn't easy. Like, it was beautiful. Bury is going to get a high area score. Let's give it some scores on the doors. The facility's got 3. SOS. Like, to expect us to go to the toilet in the bus station? Come on. Like, I'm running late for my driving test. I need the toilet to be there. I'm disappointed because Bury is a very nice area. All those old buildings, the old houses are beautiful. Love it. But your facilities let you down, Bury. 3. Area score, I'm going to give it an 8 because it's great. What could Bury
Roundabout and take the 2nd exit.
St Edmunds have done to get a higher area score? Have seaside and have more trees. Like Loughton had the forest, beaut. Southend had the seaside, beaut. Bury's nice, it's an 8. Difficulty, I'm gonna give it a difficulty score of, okay, so we're trying to find the perfect 10 driving test centre. So a higher difficulty score means that it's easy. Because I want to find 10 for facilities, perfect 10 for area.
After 500 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
And the easiest place to pass a driving test. So Bury,
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
for difficulty, I'm gonna give it a 7. I mean, these are good scores. I'm gonna give it a 7. Bury gets a 7 because it's not that difficult.
Cross the roundabout and take the first exit, then you have reached your destination.
Actually, I'm gonna give it a 6. And let me tell you why. I'm gonna give it a 6 because the start of the driving test is difficult in the busy car park.
Destination.
Thank you. The start of the driving test is hard, tricky, busy car park. Then we've got the hill start to get out of the car park and onto the main road. Then we've got some hard stuff like the main town centre, right straight away to start your driving test on. This is all hard stuff. That was fun. If you're learning to drive, then you'll find this playlist of Learn to Drive videos extremely helpful. Watch them before you take your driving test. And if you want to see everywhere else that I've driven on this exploration of every driving test centre in England, click this one on my body and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye!